Tonight on Big Brother, the threat of eviction brings Gordon and Andy together.
Sort of strange.
While Sarah Marie confronts her greatest fear.
And really make sure
Our biggest fear is not being able to breathe.
Yeah.
Midway through the second week, and the Big Brother house has developed something of a split personality. The sleepers in, who can stay in bed until past noon, and the morning people. The fire's been burning now for 46 hours, with the housemates rostered around the clock to make sure it doesn't go out.
Yeah, I chopped up the mushrooms and I forgot to put them in.
No! So you just
So they're on top.
Oh, beautiful. God, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Wow, you are good for something.
I was too easy cooking toast.
Andy and Gordon's nomination for eviction means their time together could be coming to an end. And Andy can no longer afford to be shy about her growing affection for him.
Maybe when the sun's not as hot.
I reckon.
On Sunday night, either Gordon, Andy or Sarah Marie will be out for good.
I've gone straight edge.
Makeup artist Gemma has offered to give Peter a tattoo.
Gems, is that what you got? I'm getting a huge big back job. Back job. Oh, closest I'll be getting any job in here.
Christine has been the centre of the boys' attention, but she's worried that Johnny is ignoring her.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, with you and me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't annoying me very much.
Oh, no, not at all.
I was just checking.
Oh, no.
So every time I check, I go,
Oh, so should have... Don't be silly.
I know, I just get paranoid.
Yeah. No.
Maybe because yesterday, maybe you're a bit quiet or...
Yeah, yes, I was tired. No, honey.
Okay.
I tell you, I'm absolutely dying.
Please do.
Yeah. No.
I have to go in stages because there's so many. I do a little bit.
It's looking like another lazy day, but Big Brother has a task in mind. Before 12 contestants becomes 11, the group has been asked to make plaster moulds of their faces. They'll be hung on the house walls for posterity.
I think you need a little bit, just a tiny smidge off the top a bit. I don't know. Oh, no, probably will go too high then. This is too harsh around the face there.
Me as well.
It's cutting in a bit. It's not that actually there. Obviously, that's fit to your face there, and that one's... I don't know.
I'm not liking that one at all.
Not liking that one?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
just before you use it, though, make sure everyone else has done
Yes,
theirs.
yeah,
Sort of stuff in the industry that I'm in, they don't take to tackiness very well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They can, if I was to run around getting nude all the time, they'd look down on me, and I know that might be their problem. But if I choose to go back into my industry,
Then
I've got to think about the repercussions.
Oh, definitely.
And besides that, it's just not in my nature anyway to be to walk going around flashing my tits at everybody. Yeah, you got to sort of remember that there is life past here.
Oh, yeah, and you got friends and family as well who, like, your grandparents or whatever that might be, your uncles and aunts who don't want to see you doing dodgy stuff because they've got a persona. They probably think certain things about you anyway, but you don't have to reiterate it and throw it in their face.
Totally. And you got to remember too that your parents are the ones out there dealing with all of this. They're the ones that are going to have the press knocking on the door every time you do something.
My mum and dad can cope. Nothing to surprise them.
No.
It's the other sort of friends of the family and stuff. Again, it doesn't bother me. That's why I'm not holding, just being myself.
At the same time, though, I don't feel like I'm not being myself. Like I was saying to Blair the other night, you know, everybody that you know, your mum, your dad, your best friends, they've all got something that they choose not to tell you. You know, everybody has their own little secrets. You wouldn't be human if you didn't. Yeah. So there's no reason that it shouldn't be any different here, that you stay a little bit, you know, keep a little bit It's that whole thing of familiarity breeds contempt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to have a little bit of mystery there,
Yeah.
I think, for people to stay interested in you.
Mm.
It's like when you go out with somebody, you don't need to let them in on everything about you. You've got to keep a bit of mystery.
But yeah, at the same time, you've got to be careful what you keep mystery, otherwise they get bored going, if you keep it all too close to your chest and they think that there is no mystery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
Maybe she is just boring.
Yeah,
And this isn't, I'm not saying this about you, or maybe he is just boring.
Yeah, totally.
Or maybe there's nothing to be hanging around for, waiting for, because nothing's going to come out.
No. I'm a really open,
Is that-
definitely
is it?
really open person.
Yours will have to be bigger as well. And yours will be gappier.
It's quite wide on the side for me, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it wide on my
We're
side
just sort
as
of,
well?
oh, they're sort of, yeah. But we'll have to make yours longer anyway.
Yeah.
So this is just a huge guess at the
What
moment.
are you wearing today, mate? That smell.
It's meditation oil, buddy.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Next, Sarah Marie's scary moment.
Try that. Yeah, and then just hold it there.
Squeeze it in.
Just squeeze it in a little bit.
With Sunday's eviction looming, Big Brother has asked the housemates to make 12 plaster moulds of their faces.
That's it.
They'll
You
be
gotta
painted
smile.
and then hung on the house walls as a permanent reminder of the original 12.
You don't need to keep the stuff from going on your face.
But doesn't it, you've got to set the whole mould.
No, you do that out. That's separate to this. This is just to stop it all going in your hair and everything.
But you put it all over your face, you put it all in the box. You load it up and the box has got to set. And then you crack that out, pour a mould in.
I'm really not liking this.
It really freaks me out.
I'd rather
Breathing through it all.
do plastic cast.
Yeah, just painting it on your face. Yeah.
And leaving the nose, the nostrils out.
Before the fast-setting plaster is poured, Todd's face is smothered in Vaseline and plugs stuck up his nose. He'll breathe through straws while the plaster hardens. It takes about 3 minutes.
Just
relax, Toddy. Just relax. You're going well.
Yeah, it'll
It'll go in your hair.
Go a little bit faster, guys.
Yeah, and you definitely, yeah, they're going to get that.
see his
So just
face.
say-
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going. Gotta go over his nose.
You'll be
Okay, Todd?
So easy.
Don't wiggle your head anymore.
Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move, don't move. Keep it going, keep it going.
More.
Screaming, and you get all the
Right.
and everything. Like,
Going well, Todd. It's going well.
Breathe through your mouth and don't breathe out through your nose.
Going well. Just keep doing what you're doing, mate.
I'll lay
Not a
down
good
and
idea to
see.
leave open bladed Stanleys on the ground.
Next is Sarah Marie. Her biggest fear is suffocation.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. At least for me to say I'm petrified.
I can't breathe now laying back.
That's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not breathing. You're not breathing through your nose.
No.
And just remember to
Okay.
breathe through your
Just
mouth.
consciously think, breathe through your mouth, and really make sure
My
you
biggest
breathe.
fear is not being able to breathe.
Yeah.
You're confronting your biggest fear.
Yeah, good on you. Just do really, really slow, deep and slow.
You'll be fine. Turn your hands straight.
Close eyes.
Close.
Keep them
Close your
closed.
eyes.
It's coming now. It's
It's going to
coming.
be cold on your forehead. You right?
Doing well, Says.
Hang on, it's coming right out the top of the head.
It's all right. Someone hold him. Doing well, Says.
Okay, no talking.
Okay. Breathe just really slowly, Sarah. Just really in. That's it.
Yep, sweet.
Just a bit more, we're almost done it.
Really well.
Tiny bit
Really
more.
well.
Keep going, it's not over her nose yet.
Yep,
Okay, done. That's it.
Doing really well.
Sorry, turned white.
Really well.
Yeah, it's going already.
Once you get the rhythm of your breathing going,
Yeah.
and you know that it's not like, because once it gets solid, you know
It's
that
not
no
going to
more is
soak
going to
in.
go
No,
in.
yeah, exactly.
So it's fine.
Is that what you use them all?
You're doing really well.
Hey, just let your thing out of your mouth. Just let your straws go.
Oh,
Done.
you get it in your mouth. I know.
How'd you go? Cool.
Gross, yeah.
Is it like having something else in your mouth? Oh, there we go.
Slowly.
Look at your hair.
Come back here.
Just says to lay it flat.
Flat where? Flat down?
Flatly peel the mold off your housemate's face.
That's the next bit. We should let it dry and...
That's got to go quite white.
Andy decides to take things a step further and make a cast of her bust.
Or maybe yours won't fit in.
I don't think there's any
Yeah, no,
more
I did.
left. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I changed yours.
Oh, yeah, there is Sarah Marie. There's another bag.
Nipple straight, my boob straight.
Right?
If Andy's the one evicted, at least she'll leave a lasting impression.
There we go.
Coming up, Gemma gets ready for someone special.
So close.
Do you play golf at home, obviously?
Yeah, a little bit. Not much.
I reckon all the young girls are going to love Blair when he gets off TV.
Yep.
So Blair's going to be like the idol, like the teeny bopper fan club. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, the mold goes on first. That's got to set.
Sarah Marie talks to Christina about Peter.
Christina, have you talked to him yet? No. Just left now. Are you happy or are you still a bit weary?
No, it's all good.
It's all good?
Everything's fine.
Cool.
Just, I want to get along with everybody.
Oh, no, I'm talking about him, but...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't want to just spend time with one person.
Yeah, I know, but yous are going to be together.
Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that's what you talked about.
No, not really. Well, yeah, we did, but...
My God, you don't have to worry about it. You get along with everyone. So relaxing.
Mm.
There you go. Thank you.
Gemma remembers her boyfriend's birthday and wants to send him a message via Big Brother. But before she does, she wants to make sure she looks her best.
Okay.
So, Chrissy, you up for it again?
I want to see someone else have a go.
I'll give it a go.
Gemma's ready to relay her birthday message to her boyfriend. She doesn't know that Big Brother rules forbid any contestant messages leaving the house.
Hello.
It looks wicked. It still looks cool.
It looks like the Wicked Witch of the West.
That's what you look like, Jess.
No.
Look at the lips.
It is your chin.
Look at your nose.
Got a defined chin.
Yeah, but it's not pointy like that.
I know, but
You don't like your chin.
I don't like any of it. It doesn't look like me. It's meant to look like me.
spitting image of you,
Jeff.
I look like a bad idea, Big Brother.
yeah, not happy.
The nose and this my finger.
Yeah, big nose.
But I don't have a big nose, though.
Nah, it's the things as
plugs.
well. The plugs, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
get
wonder
that.
why mine went like that for.
Oh, brother.
Brother. I don't know what it is.
So ugly.
Really.
That's yours, yeah?
Oh,
God, man, look
My
at the
nose.
size of that
Yeah,
schnoz.
look at
Next,
He hid
best
my-
and worst
my
of childhood
lambs in the
memories.
stables, got an axe and rubbed blood on it and told me... My worst memory...
Dinner time,
Quite funny,
Big Brother
actually.
asks the housemates
I don't
what
know
their
if I
worst
told
and best
someone
childhood
already.
memories are.
But my worst memory is I had a sheep called... My dad always used to bring... I was always, like, rescuing animals, or my dad would bring me home animals, and, like, goats and sheep, and 1 and 2 days old, his parents had dropped off the perch, and I'd have to... And I wouldn't have to, but I'd love to... I'd bottle feed them and hand rear them. And I had this little lamb that my dad had saved off a market truck. Anyway, so I reared this lamb for a year, called her Wendy. She was my pride and joy. And then my mum had a 40th birthday party, so I was only 5 or 6. My mum had a 40th birthday party and there was a lamb on the spit there. And there was this horrible, horrible man who, for some reason, got off on tormenting children, his own stepchildren. He treated like crap, you know who you are.
Terrible.
And he hid my lamb in the stables, got an axe and rubbed blood on it, and told me that it was my lamb that was on the spit. So from that day forward, the thought, the smell, the look, the thought of eating lamb knocks me sick, and I haven't knowingly eaten it from that day forward.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay, my worst day ever would have been probably when I was I think I was 8 at the time when Mum and Dad got divorced. At the time, looking back at it, they had a good marriage, and even, and now looking back at it, I think they had a good marriage, but obviously they weren't compatible, blah, blah, blah. So they got divorced, and so at the time that was the end of it all for me. You know, everything as an 8-year-old kid just crumbles around you what you know. But you get through it, and now I would hate my parents to be back together. I love Mum and Dad equally, but for different ways. But I would hate living with both my parents together. Best day of my life would probably be every single Christmas I had as a kid.
My best childhood memory ever was there's 4 girls in our house, 4 daughters and my mum, and every morning I'd hear this like whistle. My dad called out, "Come on girls," and we'll line up at these stairs, and he'd be waiting at the bottom, and we all took turns in running down there giving him a kiss goodbye to go to work. It'd go like me, Jolene, then Auntie and Chris, and then my mum was the last one, and we'd say, "You have to kiss Dad." And I remember we always used to like watch them kiss and go, "Ooh," like this, and then he'd go see girls go to work in the morning, and then we'd run to our bedroom windows, pull out the curtain, just wave until we never like saw him. Like he'd drive out the driveway, and he would always have to look back and wave to us, and we'd be there like as if it's, "Oh my God, Dad's going to work," you know what I mean? And I could never, growing up, go to bed without kissing my parents goodnight. Like it'd feel weird. And those memories now are more treasured with me is because my parents are now divorced. And the worst day ever would be 3 months ago. My cat Timmy died. I've had him since I was 10 years old. And I used to talk to him on the phone even when I went to Europe and lived in Perth. I used to speak to my cat on the phone. I used to go, "Timmy, hello, puppy," and he used to meow on the phone. I used to take it everywhere. I used to squeeze its nails out and paint its nails and have it and paint its toenails and dress it up. And when my cat was dying, like, it was that fat, its stomach rubbed on the ground, and I went into its little thing and I said, "Timmy, please, whatever you do, don't make me have to put you down. Can you please die in your sleep?" Because I just couldn't handle putting my cat down. And the next day the vet rang me up and just couldn't believe it. He got feeling back in his legs. He didn't have to be in the tent anymore. And then he died in his sleep 3 days later in the at the vets when I was in Bunbury. And then he was frozen, but they had to leave him in the freezer for a couple of days because I went back to Perth for work and come back. And then my dad died because I got out of the car crying. This is funny. And I go, "Dad, do you want to say goodbye to Timmy?" And Dad goes, "Where is he?" And I get him out of the car, my big frozen baby cat. And I took him into my dad's work frozen, and then I took him to my mum's work frozen.
You are mad.
I love it.
Must be annoying to shave every day.
I normally don't, actually. Only since I've been here.
Really?
No.
I'll see you later.
Hopefully you're not that sleepy yet.
It's just sort of strange.
While the rest of the house sleeps, Andy works on a romance she's been after for days. Tomorrow on Big Brother, where will it end for Andy and Gordon?
Hi, Timbo here. Get all the goss from the Big Brother house with regular updates on Triple M or read about it in the Herald Sun.
Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.